Fam, it's time for the continuation of our journey through the Black Album, absolutely. And listen, I want to remind you guys before we get into this that there's people who are going to hate on your creative endeavors and kind of want you to stay in the same place, right? And kind of get disappointed when you evolve, right? It's something about us being a little bit averse to change. I mean, Metallica went through it after the release of the Black Album and prior to it, where the thrasher purists, who were their like original fan base, was starting to get kind of annoyed at like the shorter songs and the more the more structure, like Enter the Sandman and things like that. Even though the Black Album went to become what most Metallica fans would say is the best Metallica album, right? There was a lot of, hate that they got, around this era. It's just, serves kind of as a reminder that when you're doing something creative, not everybody kind of understands what's going on. People don't really know what they want until it's right in front of them, right? At least in some cases. Guys, take that as a tool in your own creative endeavors, that maybe not everybody sees what's going on right now, but you're working on something. You're birthing something new. And so, you can't please everybody 100% of the time. Family, we're going to begin into a song I've never heard before called Through the Never. This is off the Black Album. Without any further ado, we're going to let him cook. Family, we're going to do the Mexico City version in 1993. Why not? I mean, they've done so many performances. Why should we just look at a black screen with the lyrics? Let's actually let these guys cook. And, whenever you guys put in a Metallica recommendation, definitely add, like, what version we should watch, because they've toured everywhere, and there's footage of all this stuff. Yeah, that's more like it. How much light was down there in that pit that the drummer rises out of, right? It's like, he was like, imagine practice and you're just down in this kind of hole and you have to, because I'm telling you, man, it's muscle memory. So many drummers that are subscribed to this channel have told me, like, Biscuit, listen, it's muscle memory. You're not even really looking at the drums. Your muscles just kind of know where to go when you're a drummer sometimes. Salute to all of the drummers. Wait a second, does it seem like it's going faster to you? Like, I mean, you really just have a bunch of guys. I mean, there's no metronome to tell them not to, like, go faster and faster. I mean, it sounds like it's speeding up. Maybe it's not. Yo, you know what's crazy when I said everything was speeding up? Bro, they have discovered that the expansion of the universe is actually gaining speed, right? And so there was this oscillation theory of the universe a while ago, and I'm sorry, I'm about to nerd out on you just a little bit. There was this theory that the universe was like going to expand and then contract, and then it's kind of this oscillating thing that expands and contracts, and that was proven false by the fact that the universe is actually expanding with a greater speed. It's speeding up in its expansion. Whereas if it was an oscillating universe, we would notice the expansion slowing down. And so when it comes to that guitar, the fact that it seems to be speeding up and kind of gives you the illusion of chaos, it's exactly what the song's about. The universe is much too big to see. Time and space are never ending. Yeah, I'm liking this one. Let's talk about it, please. they call the universe the never. They're saying through the never. Is the never the universe, the thing that we can never grasp, the thing that we will never see the end of, never understand the point of, the meaning of? He said too quick to criticize, which means as soon as you kind of think you have a handle on things, everything switches on you, right? And the musicality matches the chaos. Dude, you gotta, I mean, what's crazy is like, there's too many things to focus on when you're watching the video because the performance is epic, but at the same time, the poetry. It's like my first time interacting with these lyrics. I mean, lyrically, you know what I'm saying? Hetfield is goated. You know what I mean? In the dark, see past our eyes. That's fire, right? Seeing past your eyes. That means your eyes have a limitation, but your imagination doesn't. Your eyes can only see this far, but your imagination goes far beyond what your eyes can see. You're just like, oh my gosh, so many unanswered questions. To see past your eyes is a remarkable bit of poetry. Getting up to the breeze of the headphones, wanna press, beating resort. Why it is how it begun. All alone in the family of the sun, curiosity teasing everyone. On a home, pursuit from the sun. Yeah! Oh yeah! Do you hear how they switched it up? Now it's a doom, ksh, doom, doom, ksh. You know, it's no surprise that people completely lose it at rock shows, right? When you start to think about it. Because they're completely doing away with all hierarchies in games. They're saying, look, at the end of the day, all of your accomplishments, all of your, identities, whoever you identify as you identify as a Republican, you identify as a Democrat, you identify as a husband, a father, a friend. All of those identities are set against a background of this crazy situation we're in, on this blue marble racing around the sun for a reason no one knows. And to go to a concert and to celebrate and dive into that fact, oh man, that's a head trip for sure. That musical transition was fire, sir. Talk to me, please. And listen, of course this drummer is not Danny from Tool. He's not even 2 from Sleep Token. I'm not sleeping on that fact. But sometimes that kind of we will rock you simple doom, ksh, doom, doom, ksh, sometimes that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how Metallica would have been different if their drummer would have been elite. Let me know if I'm tripping, say, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is I've only been a rock enthusiast for about a year now, so feel free to step on my toesies. Look at his face. Bro, let me ask you guys. I mean, I know James has cut off the hair, but does he still kind of give you that wild stare? You know, he just has this way of staring at, so it almost seems like he's staring at a particular individual in the audience, right? It's like he has this death stare. You know what I'm saying? He has this stare like he has a grudge with somebody in the audience. Is he looking at his ex-girlfriend in the audience? Who is he looking at like that? Who stole from him? You know what I'm saying? Like, James has this stare, almost like you would imagine a cheetah that's starving, that's looking at like a baby gazelle that's lost its way. You know what I'm saying? That's a predatory look. You know what I'm saying? That's the look of the first, you know what I'm saying, omnivorous human who was thinking about taking a bite out of some meat. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're cooking on and looking good over there. You know what I'm saying? James needs to settle down with that stare right there. Freaking flame. Damn. Guys, you know what? I think for the remainder of the Metallica dive, I think if we can, because there's so much damn footage, and the footage is way more fun to kind of see them do these things live. Guys, let me know not only what song we should dive into next. I mean, preferably from the Black Album until we get it done. But you know, whatever song you want to throw out there as a suggestion. But let me know the show, the live show, where they were, you know, what year, and I'll try to look that up and do those. Family, like, comment, share, subscribe for sure. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so help out with that. And have a phenomenal day. Thanks for rocking with me.